Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here today to share one of the most valuable lessons I've learned in life, the power of achieving your goals on your own. Now, I understand what you might be thinking. Isn't it better to have a support system, to rely on others for guidance and encouragement? And you're absolutely right. Having a support system is incredibly valuable. I wouldn't be where I am today without the encouragement of my friends, family, and mentors. But my friends, there is a deeper truth I've come to realize. The greatest fulfillment, the deepest sense of pride, and the most profound achievement come when you reach your goals through your own effort, discipline, and unwavering determination. Because when you dig deep, push through challenges, and overcome obstacles entirely on your own, the sense of accomplishment is unparalleled. I know this perspective may not be widely accepted. We live in a world that prioritizes teamwork, collaboration, and mutual support. And while those things matter, I'm here to tell you that there's a unique kind of empowerment in accomplishing your dreams through your own perseverance. When you achieve your goals independently, you're not just reaching a destination, you're embarking on a journey of self-discovery, discipline, and transformation along the way. You will encounter difficulties, moments of doubt and uncertainty, but it is in those moments that you have the chance to tap into your inner strength, to prove to yourself that you can overcome any challenge. And let me tell you, when you succeed through sheer determination, the pride and joy you experience are beyond comparison. You will know deep within that you are the architect of your own success, the creator of your own destiny. I won't deny that this can seem daunting. It's easier to have someone to lean on when times get tough. I understand that completely. I've been there myself. The temptation to depend on others for motivation and direction is strong. However, the truth is there is immense power in taking full responsibility for your own life, your own goals, and your own dreams. Because when you make the decision to achieve your goals on your own, you are not just striving for a milestone. You are embarking on a journey of personal growth, unlocking your full potential, and mastering yourself in ways you never thought possible. And that, my friends, is a journey worth taking, no matter how challenging it may seem. You see, my friends, the truth is that within each of us lies the power to achieve greatness, overcome obstacles, and reach the highest levels of our potential. Yet too often we allow ourselves to be held back by fear, by doubt, by the limiting beliefs instilled in us from childhood. We listen to the voices that tell us we can't, that we're not good enough, that our dreams are out of reach. But those voices are wrong. They fail to recognize the immense strength within us all. What they don't understand is that when we take full responsibility for our lives, when we commit to our goals with unwavering determination, we unlock a level of resilience, power, and unstoppable will that can carry us through even the toughest challenges. Now, I know this might feel like a heavy burden. Believe me, I understand. Pursuing your goals alone can be daunting, and there will be times when you feel like giving up, when the obstacles seem insurmountable. The challenge is overwhelming, but that's exactly when you must dig deeper, reaching into the inner strength you've been building all along. The truth is, the more you push yourself, the more you challenge yourself, the more you demand of yourself, the more you grow, you transform, you become the person you were always meant to be. And when you finally reach that summit, when you achieve that goal you've worked so tirelessly toward, the sense of accomplishment, pride, and pure, unfiltered joy will be unlike anything you've ever known. Now, some of you might be thinking, but what about a support system? What about the people who can help us along the way? And you're absolutely right. Having a support system is valuable. I would never diminish the importance of having people in our lives who uplift us, encourage us, and help us navigate challenges. But here's the deeper truth. The most powerful, transformative, and lasting support system is the one you build within yourself. Because when you develop the courage, discipline, and determination to achieve your goals alone, you're not just reaching a milestone, you're forging an unbreakable bond with the most important person in your life. When you succeed on your own terms, you're not just proving to the world that you have what it takes, you're proving it to yourself. And let me tell you, that level of self-trust and belief is unshakable. No challenge, no setback, no adversity can take it away. Because when you know deep in your core that you have the strength, resilience, and sheer determination to overcome anything, you become unstoppable. You become a force to be reckoned with, a living testament to what's possible when we commit fully to our dreams. And make no mistake, my friends, the world needs more people like that. The world needs more individuals who take full responsibility for their lives, who push themselves beyond their limits, and who prove time and time again that the only real barriers we face are the ones we create for ourselves. Because when you do that, when you accomplish your goals through your own effort, you don't just change your own life, you inspire and uplift those around you. You become a symbol of what's possible when we refuse to be confined by self-doubt or the expectations of others. And that, my friends, is a legacy worth fighting for, because when your time on this earth comes to an end, what will truly matter is not the accolades, the awards, or the material possessions you've gathered. No, the most important thing will be the impact you've had on others, the ways you've encouraged them to believe in themselves, to break past their own limitations, and to realize the full extent of their potential. There is no greater contribution, no greater legacy than that, because when you achieve success on your own terms, when you show both yourself and the world that you have what it takes to overcome any challenge, you don't just transform your life, you inspire everyone who witnesses your journey. Yet we live in a society that constantly tells us we need others to succeed, that we must rely on the support of friends, family, and colleagues to reach our dreams. While that may be true to an extent, the deeper reality is this: the most powerful, the most lasting, the most transformative success is the kind you create through your own sheer determination. Because when you achieve your goals alone, you're not just reaching a destination, you're embarking on a journey of self-discovery and personal growth, a journey that leaves an undeniable mark on your soul. And believe me, that is a journey worth taking, no matter how intimidating it may seem. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but what about the support of others? Doesn't that matter? And you're absolutely right. The encouragement of loved ones, mentors, and communities is invaluable. I would never downplay the role they can play in our success. But here's the truth, my friends: the most powerful, the most enduring, the most life-changing support system you will ever have is the one you build within yourself. Because when you have the courage, the discipline, and the determination to accomplish your goals alone, you're not just reaching a milestone, you're forging an unbreakable bond with the most important person in your life, yourself. When you succeed on your own, you're not just proving to the world that you have what it takes, you're proving it to yourself. And that, my friends, is a level of self-trust, a level of confidence that no challenge, no setback, no adversity can ever shake. But it is worth it, because every time you push through those doubts, every time you rise above the obstacles that stand in your way, you become stronger, wiser, more resilient. You prove to yourself over and over again that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. And that's the real prize, my friends, not just the achievement itself, but the person you become in the process. The person who refuses to back down in the face of difficulty. The person who stands tall, unshaken, knowing deep down that no challenge is too great, no setback too devastating, no dream too big. Because make no mistake, the world needs more people like that. The world needs more individuals who take full responsibility for their lives, who refuse to settle for mediocrity, who push themselves beyond their own perceived limits time and time again. Because when you do that, when you prove to yourself and to the world that you can achieve greatness on your own terms, you don't just change your life, you change the lives of those who witness your journey. You become a symbol of what's possible, a reminder to everyone around you that they too can break free from the chains of doubt, from the limitations of their past, from the expectations that others have placed upon them. So Let me ask you, my friends, what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? Do you want to be remembered as someone who played it safe, who waited for permission, who let fear dictate the course of their life? Or do you want to be remembered as someone who rose above the noise, who defied the odds, who proved that nothing, not doubt, not fear, not adversity could hold them back? Because that choice, my friends, is yours. And I promise you, if you choose to believe in yourself, if you choose to push forward, no matter how difficult the road may seem, if you choose to embrace the journey of growth and transformation, then one day you will look back and realize that every struggle, every hardship, every moment of doubt was worth it, because you will have become the person you were always meant to be, and nothing, absolutely nothing, will ever take that away from you. There will be times when you want to give up, times when you'll question whether you have what it takes to keep going. But that, my friends, is exactly when you need to dig deeper, to tap into that well of inner strength that you've been cultivating all along. Because you see, the truth is this: the more you push yourself, the more you challenge yourself, the more you demand of yourself, the more you will grow. The more you will transform, the more you will become the person you were always meant to be. And when you finally reach that summit, when you finally achieve that goal you've been working toward for so long, the sense of accomplishment, the pride, the pure, unshakable joy, it will be unlike anything you've ever experienced before. And that feeling, my friends, that deep, unshakable self-belief is a gift that keeps on giving. Because when you know deep in your core that you have the strength, the resilience, and the determination to overcome any obstacle, you become unstoppable. You become a force to be reckoned with. A living, breathing example of what is possible when we refuse to be held back by our own doubts and fears. And, you know, the most beautiful thing about this journey, it's not just about reaching a destination, it's about who you become along the way, the transformation, the personal growth, the self-discovery, the deep, unbreakable trust you build within yourself. Because when you commit yourself fully to the pursuit of your dreams, when you refuse to be deterred by challenges, when you push past the obstacles, you aren't just accomplishing a task, you are forging an unshakable bond with the most important person in your life, yourself. And that bond, it will serve you in every aspect of your life. Because when you know without a shadow of a doubt that you have the power to overcome anything, you become a beacon of inspiration, a living, breathing proof of what is possible when we refuse to be constrained by our own beliefs or the expectations of others. And that, my friends, is a legacy worth fighting for, because when you leave this world, the thing that will matter most won't be the accolades, the awards, or the material possessions. No, what will matter is the impact you've had, the people you've inspired to believe in themselves, to break past their own purred limits, and to unlock the full potential within them. There is no greater gift you can give, no greater legacy you can leave behind, because when you achieve your goals, when you prove to yourself and to the world that you have what it takes, you aren't just changing your life, you are changing the lives of everyone who has the privilege of witnessing your journey. You see, the truth is, the world is desperate for this kind of leadership, this kind of self-mastery, this kind of unwavering determination, because in a time of uncertainty, of chaos, of change, the ones who rise above, the ones who refuse to break, the ones who stay focused, committed, and unstoppable are the ones who will make the biggest impact. And that, my friends, is the kind of person I believe each and every one of you has the power to become. Because when you take full responsibility for your life, when you commit yourself to being better than yesterday, you don't just change your reality, you change the reality of the world around you. You become a force of inspiration, a living, breathing example of what's possible when we break free from the limits of our own conditioning and step into our fullest potential. And as others witness your journey, as they see the power and clarity that comes from mastering yourself, they won't be able to help but feel inspired to follow in your footsteps, because the impact you can have when you step into your greatness is truly limitless. When you inspire others to believe in themselves, to tap into their own strength, to take charge of their destinies, you ignite a chain reaction of transformation, a ripple effect that spreads far beyond you touching the lives of countless individuals. Suddenly, the world is no longer a place of limits. It becomes a place of endless possibility, a world where doubts fade, a world where strength rises, a world where ordinary people become unstoppable forces of greatness. And that, my friends, is a world worth fighting for. Be better than yesterday. It's you versus you. The way you have navigated challenges and overcome obstacles serves as a testament to what is possible. When others see your journey, they realize they too hold the power to shape the life they have always envisioned. As this momentum grows, as more individuals embrace self-mastery and fully commit to their aspirations, a new paradigm begins to emerge, a way of living defined by personal responsibility, relentless determination, and the deep, unshakable belief in our ability to achieve greatness. This, my friends, is the future we all deeply desire. A future where we are not merely spectators, but active creators, shaping the world around us with the full force of our consciousness. Creativity, an unwavering commitment to meaningful, lasting change. And let me tell you, the time for this transformation is now. In a world often dominated by fear, uncertainty, and a sense of powerlessness, those who step up, take full responsibility for their lives, and pursue their dreams with conviction will be the ones who lead the way. They will become beacons of inspiration, visionaries with the power to reshape possibilities, rewrite the narrative, and encourage others to follow their lead. And as they forge a path built on self-mastery and unwavering determination, they won't just transform their own lives, they will uplift and impact everyone around them. So my friends, I ask you, what are you waiting for? The time is now. The opportunity is right in front of you, and the power is in your hands. All you have to do is seize it. Embrace the transformative force of self-reliance and use it to create the life and the world you know deep down is possible. Because when you fully commit to your dreams and goals, your impact becomes limitless. You step into the role of architect of your own reality, shaping a brighter future, not just for yourself, but for countless others who will be inspired by your journey. And trust me, there is no greater fulfillment, no deeper sense of purpose, because when you achieve your goals through your own efforts, when you prove to yourself and the world that you have what it takes to overcome any challenge, you unlock a level of personal power, self-trust, and unwavering belief that can never be taken away. You become the master of your destiny, the captain of your ship, and the driving force behind your transformation. And as you continue pushing the boundaries of possibility, challenging yourself and striving for more, you will discover a world full of opportunities you never even imagined. So let's do this, my friends. Let's commit. Let's take full responsibility for our lives, our goals, and our dreams. Because when we devote ourselves completely to what truly matters, we don't just change our own reality, we reshape the very fabric of the world around us. We become the visionaries, the trailblazers, and the leaders who ignite change and empower countless others to follow. And as we continue on this path of self-mastery and unwavering resolve, the ripple effect of our actions will touch and inspire everyone we meet. This, my friends, is the legacy we have the power to create, not just the fulfillment of our goals, but the transformation of ourselves and the world we influence. There is no greater contribution, no greater honor than this. So let's get to work. Let's embrace the power of self-reliance, fully commit to our dreams, and show the world what true, uncompromising self-mastery looks like. Because when we take charge of our destiny, the possibilities before us are truly limitless.